Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, question number 2. How do you find a religious Deendar girl if you don't have one in your surroundings? Okay, so this is obviously a question from a brother. How do you find a religious person to marry if you don't have one in your surroundings? Okay, some of the thoughts that come to my mind are, first and foremost, of course, make dua. Make dua for that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides you with a spouse who is the coolness of your eyes. And you know what it means, the coolness of your eyes? You know that there's a dua, رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا, which means, رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا, oh Allah, bestow upon us, مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا, from in our spouses and our children, the coolness of our eyes, and make us leaders of the righteous. Now, the coolness of the eyes aspect, when you look at what the scholars said about it, they said it means that make them people who obey you and worship you, so that when we look at them, when we see our spouse is religious and we see our children are pious, it makes us happy, it gives us joy. That's what making them the coolness of our eyes means. So that's a beautiful dua that you can make. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. But also you can make dua in your own language, That's one of the most powerful ways to get something that you can't see how you will get. And I have experience with this myself, When I was like 19 or 18, I wanted to get married and I wanted to study as well, and I couldn't see how I would be able to do both of those. So I remember I made dua to Allah, Ya Allah, I don't know how I could be able to do both of these things. I don't know how I would do them, and I don't know how I could, get married at this young age, but nothing is impossible for you, Ya Allah. So somehow, Ya Allah, make it happen. It seems like a simple dua, but in a way you're saying to Allah, you know better than me, you've got more power than me, I can't figure out how to do this, how to get this done. So Ya Allah, make it happen. So that's one of the most powerful ways to start, right? Make dua, of course, and continue to make dua. Another point you could think of is, go to the places where religious people are. Increase your religious contacts. If you're only going to work and coming home, or you're only going out with your friends and coming home, and you're only going to certain types, maybe non-religious people's houses and coming home, of course you're never going to meet somebody who is religious. But maybe you might go out of town to an Islamic class. You might go to an Islamic conference. You might start going to study with an Islamic scholar. Or you might go to the mosque. If you start increasing on going to places where religious people are, then inshallah that's going to increase your religious contacts in general, right? If that increases your religious contacts in general, and you have the aim to get married, then inshallah, one of the things you could try to do is to tell the elders in those religious communities, that you're looking to get married. In some of the Islamic classes that I used to attend, sometimes the students would tell the sheikh, that they would like to get married, and the sheikh would sometimes help them meet people and stuff like that. That's just one idea, right? But what I'm trying to say is increase the number of people who who are religious in general, meet them regularly, find ways of attending classes with them, or even just meeting them socially, and then start telling people that you want to get married. And don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, especially if you're a man. I mean, not that a woman should be embarrassed either, but I'm just saying, like, as a man, there's even less kind of reason for you to be embarrassed. Sisters sometimes feel that people might judge them, whatever, or they might feel uncomfortable being the one putting themselves forward. But believe me, I know sisters who, when they wanted to get married, they went out and looked for a husband, you know. They went and put the effort in. So the same with you. As a brother, you've got to put effort in. You've got to go and find people where they are.